I'm Forrest Walden, founder and CEO of Iron Tribe Fitness. Welcome to the franchise webinar where you can learn all about the Iron Tribe franchise opportunity. What started in my backyard, in my garage as a hobby, has now exploded into a 68-unit franchise chain. And there's no one better to tell you all about it than Jim Cavall. Not only did he start as one of the first clients at my very first location, he opened the second ever location and helped me build what became the franchise prototype. And he's been at my side helping me build the franchise organization every step of the way, and he is now our president of our entire brand. So I'm going to turn it over to Jim as he tells you more about the Iron Tribe system. I look forward to meeting you very soon.
Welcome to this Iron Tribe Fitness exclusive webinar where you get a chance to learn more about the brand that is Iron Tribe Fitness. I'm Jim Cavall, president of Iron Tribe, and I am so thankful that you've taken the opportunity to learn more about our brand and the Iron Tribe Fitness franchise turnkey business opportunity, because it is helping so many people provide life changed to so many people in their community. And that's truly what this is all about, creating fitness communities that change lives. That's the Iron Tribe Fitness purpose. So what I'd like to do is start off by posing some questions. I'd like you to think about what you may have dreamed or wondered or spent that time thinking about your future and visualizing about. And I really want you to take time to think about the following things. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to turn your true passion into profits? Have you ever wondered what it might be like to not be able to sleep because you're so excited for tomorrow? You love what you do. Have you ever wondered what it might be like to lead the ultimate lifestyle business and business team, to be a leader in a lifestyle business? Would you be interested if I shared how you could take our turnkey model to produce predictable profits? Would you like me to share how a proven step-by-step franchise system combined with your ability to lead could provide success for everybody involved? Would you be interested in me sharing how a lifestyle business like Iron Tribe could actually transform others' lives too? Well, here's what you're about to discover with all that. You're about to discover how we went from a garage gym in 2010 to more than 40 gyms in less than 3 years' time, and today, more than 70 gyms as I record this webinar. You're about to discover why more than 90% of small businesses fail while more than 85% of franchises succeed. You're about to discover the 5 easy steps to determine if this turnkey franchise is right for you. You're going to discover in this webinar how this is still a ground floor opportunity for fast action takers. And finally, I'm going to make sure that you discover in this webinar what the number one concern of franchise owners are and how we have built the solution for it. But first, we need to just stop because we have a challenge. The challenge is, if you're not interested in the things I just said and they don't resonate with you, I honestly don't think it's worth moving forward. There's no need to go to the next slide if what I just talked about doesn't get you as pumped up as I am right now as I present this presentation to you, with hopes that it does resonate with you and that you might be one of these next ground floor fast action takers, these next Iron Tribe Fitness brand ambassadors. So the challenge really lies in this. We're looking for ideal brand ambassadors. Because of our rapid growth, we really can only work with 12 new franchisees this year. This is something we've had to put a lot of thought into, and honestly, it's not easy because we really have a lot of great people come to us wanting to franchise our model, but to give them the attention, the training, the support that they need, we need to be careful about who we choose and spend our time supporting. So with that challenge, I want to make sure you understand the franchising industry. Why is the franchising industry the way to go? Well, first off, the franchising industry drives nearly 50% of the U.S. economy, provides entrepreneurs with the following: affordable means of accelerating expansion, achieving development goals more quickly, far less risk. And then franchising provides entrepreneurs with image and brand standards. You don't have to come up with those things from scratch. They're there for you. Easier to obtain financing, economies of scale, and an attractive sellable asset. And the biggest thing I think that franchising offers all of us is the ability to have autonomy, to be our own boss. So franchising clearly holds an advantage over some of the other choices out there, but the ideal franchise is something that is the top echelon of franchising. We've defined the ideal franchise as one that leverages your passion to better the world, create consistent continuity income with multiple streams of revenue, transforming others' lives in the process, and creating equity in the form of a sellable asset. That's the ideal franchise. And that's what we set out to create when we founded Iron Tribe Franchise. So why Iron Tribe Franchise? Well, lead generation is a big part of what we do. We've won most of our awards in the marketing realm. But it's not just generating leads, it's client acquisition and retention. It's converting those leads to clients and keeping them with record low attrition. 3% and below has been the chain-wide average since the inception of the Iron Tribe business model. Business systems are, of course, a cornerstone of any franchise, but at Iron Tribe, we take it very seriously, and we want to make sure that our systems make the process easy and efficient for the team so that they can really pour into their clients in the relationship side. Proprietary training. Our training systems range from online to offline with virtual training in our online university, a dedicated lab, we call it, to the 3-week training we do for each position in person, and then ongoing training through support that we do both in person at your site and on the phone. Predictable residual income. The model's cornerstone is based on 80% of your income coming in from membership revenue, subscription revenue. Record-breaking ramp-up. We have marketing systems built to get you going as fast as possible. The more clients you add, the faster you grow, because after that, you grow big time from referrals. First-class support. I talked about this before. Our VP of support, Matt White, and his team are dedicated to making sure that your weekly and monthly phone calls, along with your quarterly visits in person, are going to continue that training process to react to how your operational status is really going. Market research protected territories. We want to make sure that the demographics that we've seen work for us to get to that 300 mark where you are at capacity and you can't take any more clients. We want to make sure those demographics are the same in any market we go into. So we have very, very careful research we do when we research our protected territories. Brand differentiation. Iron Tribe is big on not only being in a niche in the fitness industry, and that niche is small group fitness, but also being in a niche where we separate ourselves and we're consistent from location to location. Real-time tracking dashboards. We've built our own software so that you can have live up-to-the-minute statistics for all the key metrics in your business. Done-for-you equipment and construction package. Any franchise is going to have a benefit of economies of scale. We've negotiated contracts with some of the best providers in the equipment industry for fitness. And we also make sure that you not only have a great package that's priced well and delivered efficiently, but we're going to make sure your construction package is put together in a way that makes it easy for you to get built out. And then design to sell exit strategies. Why would you open a business if you can't sell it? We want to make sure that you build this thing in a way where you've created equity in the form of a sellable asset. All right, now I want to get into something else. I mean, I talked about why Iron Tribe, but let's talk about the word why. You know, outside in conventional thinking is something that 99% of the world does, individually and with business. Starts with how. And we just went through a lot of the hows behind the Iron Tribe business model. We talked about training and support and strategy. Those are all parts of the how. And most people start with the how. We did in the presentation. But I'm here to tell you that the conventional way of thinking, where it's how first, then what, then who, and lastly, why, is too conventional, it's too outside in, and it's not the way we do things at Iron Tribe. We actually do them the exact opposite. Everything we do, we try to think inside out. We try to think disruptively. So instead of ending with why, we actually start with why. Once we've figured out our why, we then go to who. And from who, we figure out what we want the who to accomplish. And with that why in mind, we then address the how. This is so important. And for us, it's been the difference maker in our fast-paced growth, going from a garage 4 years ago to now 70 plus locations and counting 4 years later. So for me, to think about why, I have to really dig deep. I have to really figure out why I love what I do in being the president and leader running the Iron Tribe business. And I know for my business partner, Forrest, our founder and CEO of the brand, he has the same thing. He always has to return to why. Heck, that's why our headquarters is next to one of our gyms. So we can always go back to that why. And so I want you to do that right now. I want you to close your eyes. I'm going to give you some audio. And to that audio, with your eyes closed, I want you to provide your own video through your imagination. If you've been a member at an Iron Tribe Fitness gym, this will be really easy. But if you have a passion for fitness, this should still not be too much of a challenge. And it will allow you to return to the why and really let you set in and think about your passion for changing lives. And if you don't share in that passion, you really should press stop. The webinar you're watching right now is just not for you. But if you do share in that passion for transforming lives, go ahead and give this a listen and provide, using your imagination, the video for this audio.
A year from today, sitting across from me, how would you want to feel? How would you want to look?
All right, kids, this is what we're looking for today. I
As you listen to this, think about when you were first challenged to make your own transformation. Now think about providing this transformation to dozens of people. And maybe not even just dozens, but hundreds. And maybe not even just hundreds, but thousands. And think about how many other thousands of people those people will affect from their life being transformed. You have the opportunity to have your own life-changing fitness community, your own Iron Tribe. This is serious, and it will leave a dent in your local community that will have a global effect. Let it set in and think about it. This should be a passion of yours if you're going to continue watching this webinar. This should be your why, because this is our why. Whew, that was deep. I love doing that because it continues to bring me back to how I first got involved in Iron Tribe and ended up becoming business partners with Forrest, founding the franchise model and really being able to provide the opportunity you're watching right now in a way that gives you the chance to have your own life-changing fitness community. All right, so vision. You were asked to go through chapter 2 of a book called Beyond Entrepreneurship by James Collins. Now, James Collins writes in chapter 2, which was your homework to read it, about vision, something that is thrown around as a very abstract term by a lot of different leaders and CEOs and coaches. And a lot of people usually end up dismissing vision because it's too hard to understand how it can connect to action, to the bottom line in business, or to wins and losses in college football or sports in general, right? Vision can connect to those things, though. And James Collins talks about how countless companies that have been successful have used vision to do so. It's been the cornerstone, the core of their brand or their team. And so he takes 3 other words that you've heard many times before: purpose, which is the P in the PVM formula; values, which is the V in the PVM formula; and mission, which is the M in the PVM formula. And Collins says PVM makes up vision. So vision is defined by purpose, values, and mission. And he does a great job of using analogies in the book Beyond Entrepreneurship to show how actual businesses and brands have used this formula. Well, we followed this plan that Collins has put together, and I'm going to go ahead and take you through it for the entire Iron Tribe brand, along with challenging you on what your gym or gyms would look like fitting into this plan. So let's start off by going back to the disruptive inside-out thinking target that I showed you before, and let's start with why. And as we start with why, let's figure out, off of what Collins taught in Chapter 2, what truly does the why connect to? Well, clearly the why is the P portion of the PVM. It's the purpose, the guiding star. You try so hard to reach it, but you know, no matter how much work you put in, no matter how hard you try, you'll never truly reach your purpose, but you could start a movement, lead a movement, or be a part of a movement that gets you closer to that star before the day you leave this earth. The guiding star, the why, purpose. Collins goes on to say, okay, if the why is the purpose, what's the who? And the who is clearly the V portion of the PVM. Values, the character of your organization. I love this picture because it's a picture of a graduating Coaches Weekend 101 event. So Coaches Weekend, or Coaches 101, is the culmination of a 3-week training program at our lab, which we call it affectionately here in Birmingham. The lab is where you train as a coach to be a coach for the Iron Tribe model. It's a 3-week program called the Coaches Practicum Program. It culminates into Coaches Weekend. Coaches Weekend, everybody gets together, they test out and graduate and become an official Iron Tribe coach. I love this picture because you see Lewin in the middle with the light blue Iron Tribe shirt out. Right behind him is Kyle in the gray Iron Tribe shirt. And those are the two faces of our product. And they're with the team of coaches that are now going to go out to markets all over the country. They encompass the values of our organization. They are the who. They are the character. So after this, Collins goes on to say, okay, the why is the purpose and the who are the values, but the what is the M portion of PVM. It's the mission. The mountain is his analogy. So you see that guiding star at the top of your screen, and the mountain gets you closer to it. Now, the big difference between purpose and mission is purpose, being that guiding star, is not necessarily something that will separate you from your competition. You may have competitors who have the same purpose, but mission is a shorter term, achievable thing. And it's usually something only 3 to 5 years out that after you achieve it, you go to the next mountain. And each mountain gets you a little bit higher and closer to that guiding star. So we've created a vision with our P and our V and our M. We've even put it to a graphic, which is our big mountain, our BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal, our mission. And so let's go through it so you can understand what the brand is trying to do and what not only Forrest Walden, the CEO and founder of the brand, myself, but also our team, our leadership team, has put our heads together to really create and establish for this brand. Our leadership team's worked very hard on what I'm about to show you. We'll start off with our P in the PVM formula, our purpose. The Iron Tribe purpose, the Iron Tribe guiding star, our why is to create fitness communities that change lives. This is what we're here to do. This is why the Iron Tribe brand exists. Our values, the who, that's the character of the organization. And our values are very important. We hire to these values. We develop to these values. We evaluate to these values. And we fire to these values. These values are things like we live the code. We're going to do the program that we preach from a fitness and nutritional aspect. We collaborate to innovate. We have several systems, from our strategic planning processes down to some of our online collaboration systems that invite collaboration so that all innovation comes from the sum instead of one of the parts. We work hard with excellence. Sounds simple, but we strive toward this in a way where when we fall short, we hold ourselves accountable. We build lasting relationships. Relational capital is what keeps retention occurring at a high rate at the Iron Tribe Fitness brand throughout all of its gyms. It's important that our relationships with clients are not short-term. We practice honesty and integrity. Like the we work hard with excellence core value, this core value also is one that sounds simple and straightforward, but at the end of the day, we're going to hold ourselves accountable to it, knowing that we won't reach it perfectly every time. We deliver a consistent experience. With so many competitors out there, even in our individual niche of group fitness, we have to make sure that all Iron Tribe gyms are operating and doing things the same way. This is important. We measure success by others' success. We're only as successful as coaches as our clients are as athletes. We connect God's blessings with his purpose. The business was founded upon Psalm 67, 1 and 2, which says, God bless us so that we can redistribute those blessings to other people and they could see your glory. That's really what the business is here to do, not only by creating fitness communities that change lives with our purpose, but also with some of our initiatives with nonprofits like Never Thirst, who we support to build third world countries, villages, wells. And we build those wells for those villages that don't have clean water so that they will have clean water. They will have life through what we build. And we raise money through initiatives to do that. And then local initiatives through our partnership with Team Red, White, Blue, which allow us to reintegrate troops into society after tour so that they can have fitness be a cornerstone of their life as they come back to America. We develop ourselves to help others realize their potential. This core value is big because at the end of the day, anytime we improve ourselves individually, if it's not to help other people, then we're not really living out the purpose of the Iron Tribe brand. All right, so we went through the purpose, the why, the guiding star, the who, which are the values and the character of the organization. But what about this what, this mountain, this mission? The current mission that we are on right now is a big one. We are on a mission to change the lives of 15,000 athletes through 100 thriving fitness communities by the end of 2017. It's not for the faint of heart. It's one that is on my mind daily. It's up in our office to look at every day, and we're focused each and every way we can be to influence this to happen. I know me personally, as president of Iron Tribe Fitness, this is a big responsibility that I feel daily. And it's something that I not only want to meet, but I want to exceed. Let's break it down so you can understand how it all works. The first thing I want to do is start at the summit of our mountain. James Collins talked about the mission, the what, being like a mountain. It's a big, hairy, audacious goal that has a summit you go for. And that summit for us is 100 fitness communities with 15,000 transformed athletes. But let's go down to the base camp. Let's go down to the bottom of the mountain. 2014 is when we actually set this mission. At that point, we ended the year at 37 fitness communities with 3,700 transformed athletes, 20 corporate staff supporting those efforts from our corporate headquarters in Birmingham. 2015, we hope to have 50 fitness communities by the end of the year with more than 6,000 transformed athletes and 28 corporate staff on our team helping to support those gyms from our corporate headquarters in Birmingham, Alabama. As we climb further up the mountain to Camp 2, 75 fitness communities is the goal by the end of 2016, 10,000 transformed athletes, 37 corporate staff that we're committed to hiring and building the infrastructure that Forrest and I are committed to build to be able to support those gyms from our corporate headquarters in Birmingham. And at that point, we'll be 1 year away from the summit, which once again is at the end of 2017, 100 fitness communities, 15,000 transformed athletes. So to have 100 gyms opened with an average of 150 athletes per gym, the question I ask is, will you be one of those gym owners? Will you own one? Maybe multiple? Will you be creating fitness communities that change lives? Is that what your why is? Does that resonate with you? Are you ready to join the movement of Iron Tribe Fitness and be a part of something so much bigger than yourself, so much bigger than me, so much bigger than the movement itself? Because it affects more people than just the people that are being transformed, because those people are affecting people too. So we have what I like to call vital signs, key performance indicators that affect these core metrics along the way from base camp to Camp 1, Camp 2, and the summit. At the top of this graphic is what we call average athlete value, the monthly spend per transformed athlete. And so $250 is the standard. And we currently as a brand are right there. We hope to maintain that as we grow. Attrition, 3%, once again, has been a standard since the beginning, and it's continued to be as we've stayed at 3% no matter how much we've grown thus far. Average athletes per gym, well, clearly 37 gyms and 3,700 athletes at base camp is 100 athletes per gym, but we'd like to see that average athlete per gym number grow as we grow each year. So 2015 want to be at 125, 2016 134, and 2017 150. And so 2017, if we have 100 gyms with that 150 number, we'll have 15,000 athletes being transformed. Same store sales growth. Year over year growth is so important for us to see in all of our franchises. And so our goal is to see 35% growth. And then brand-wide TCR. TCR is based on the 3 C's of coaching, product delivery. And so the 3 C's are class structure, culture, and coaching. And we actually do an evaluation at every gym at least twice a year, if not more, where we give you a TCR, a triple C rating. And we hope to establish and maintain an 80% score, which is very good. And of course, there are excellent outliers that are above 90%, but 80% is the standard that we want to see, which shows us that we're delivering that consistent experience, which is one of our 9 core values. And then as you look at some of the other aspects to this BHAG, this big, hairy, audacious goal, this mission, this what that we're chasing here at Iron Tribe Fitness, strengths to leverage, passion for fitness as a transformational tool, leadership team with perspective, career opportunity in fitness, community-driven culture, commitment to franchise partner success. These are strengths that we know are unique to our business and we embrace them. Strengths to develop. We have a proprietary technology platform that we continue to improve and make above average compared to what's out there in the market. Product delivery, training, and support. The TCR and the 3 C's are the cornerstone of this, and putting a team out on the road to evaluate is very important. On-site leadership presence. The gyms who have been most successful have had leaders who are there day in, day out. Onboarding people, whether it's athletes coming on board, staff, or franchise partners, who want to continue to make the experience something that's first class. In-market brand awareness, the ramp up. We're always thinking about how to generate more leads and how to convert those at a higher rate. Finally, the elevator pitch. If you look to your right, you'll see it. Our target market is anyone who is willing to make a sacrifice to change their life. Our positioning as Iron Tribe is the leader in results-based group fitness. And our brand promise is to put the personal experience and fun back into group fitness. So that's the vision. Does it resonate with you? Do you align with this? If not, no worries. Press stop right now and move on. Because the last thing we want to do is force this upon you. But if it does, if this has you excited, stay tuned. Because the things that are coming up next should only pique your interest further. First, I want to ask you, what does your mountain look like? What does your Iron Tribe gym plan to do? This is an exercise I took my current franchise partners through at our annual franchise conference, which we call TribeCon, asking them to fill in the blanks on each stop along the way of their mountain. What are their strengths to leverage? What are their strengths to develop? How many lives do they want to change through how many fitness communities by what year? Think about that as we go through this. You'll have the same purpose as us if you decide to be a franchise partner, and you'll share in our core values, because even if you have 53 different core values and I have 46 different core values, for us to do this together, we're going to have the same 9. But what's your mission? How many lives do you want to change? How many gyms do you want to have? What year do you want to see this come true? So in everything we do, we really break it down into 2 parts. There's strategy, which we've really dove into heavily so far, purpose, values, and then those 2 abstract things become really, really, really concrete when we get to mission. And then mission gets developed further on a quarterly basis through our strategic planning process. And that's the strategy portion of a role. But then on the right side, there's the operations portion of a role. We call that the big three. The three metrics that are the reason why each position exists in the company. And depending on the position, the percent strategy and the percent operations varies. For instance, an owner who is not operating the gym, but is operating the business, is going to be much more strategy than operations. Whereas a manager might be half and half, and a coach might be much less strategy and much more operations. But this is the breakdown of every role in the company. And everybody shares in both sides to some extent. So as an owner, what's your responsibility? Well, we've recently gone in and I sat down with my VP of franchise support, Matt White. Matt and I sat down and we talked about what are the common traits of the best in our chain, the best owners and operators and teams that are operating at a successful level. What are the A group franchisees and the B group franchisees doing and doing consistently? And we came up with three things. They're all setting a vision, multiplying people, and delivering results. Let's look at the set the vision part. Set the vision means visualize the future, co-create plans that align, declare goals, and inspire commitment. Multiply people starts with identifying native genius. Give ownership and let go. Expect and inspire personal growth. Delivering results is everything from organizing the work to collaborating and efficiently executing, and then hitting your numbers. Set the vision, multiply people, deliver results. This is where the owner's position, no matter how much he or she is doing, they have to do this and lead it top down. This is the why, the who, the what, and the how. All right, so in our model, let's show you exactly what this looks like. This is the owner engagement checklist that I'm about to show you. As a franchise owner, if you want to be an engaged owner, which is what all of the A and B level franchisees in our model do, they operate at that level. To set the vision, you have to define your big, hairy, audacious goal, your mission. It has to be a crystal clear mountain, just like we have for the entire brand, but for your gym or gyms. The second thing you have to do to set the vision is you have to execute the meeting rhythm. The meeting rhythm is something that we'll teach you that allows you to know what components make up our weekly, monthly, and quarterly meetings that you'll need to run with your team to make sure that you're setting the vision. And then strategic planning in big three. I showed you previously a slide of the mix of strategy and operations and the fact that it varies per role, but it's important that both of those things are being taught and held accountable in each role by you. These three things are all part of setting the vision. They're all part of the why. Multiply people. You have to hire to the vision. We've created tools for you to be able to do this. Monthly evaluations. We've also created tools for this. These tools for both hiring and evaluations basically give you a way to use the core values and the big three per position to hire and evaluate, and then provide feedback and develop each position and role on your team. This is the who portion. And then as an owner, you have to deliver results, which means you have to track the KPI metrics. You have to be committed to seeing your gym staff members hit their big three metrics. If they don't, you have to question if you could have helped them. You have to accomplish your mission. So it started under set the vision with defining your mission. It ends in delivering results by accomplishing your mission. This is the what and how. Hopefully, you've now connected all the stuff that you learned from Chapter 2 of Beyond Entrepreneurship that Jim Collins put together and the stuff that I went over through the target graphics that show conventional versus disruptive thinking and how starting with your why, going then to who, what, and how connects to these three categories of engaged ownership, which are made up of set the vision, multiply people, deliver results. All right, so we always say we care and our goal is to change lives. That's what we do. These three things are at the core. Set the vision, multiply people, deliver results. Matt White and his team are all about supporting you. But as VP of support, Matt wants to see you be an engaged owner, which means you have to operate your business with these three things at the core of your leadership. And he wants to see the managers execute and operate the gym by being led by you through these three categories of leadership. Now, if you're going to be both an owner and an operator, great, because you could do both of these things together. But the point is, if they're two different people, you have to operate the business and lead through these three categories to be successful so that your manager can execute and operate the gym. But before Iron Tribe, there was a story of a person who had the same why in his own life that led to the why behind the Iron Tribe brand. Forrest Walden, my business partner and good friend, really got into fitness when he was cheerleading at Auburn. He had to put on 30 pounds of muscle to be able to hold his partner above his head. And that transformation for him led to a passion for fitness and a lifestyle in fitness and nutrition that he could have never imagined, and one that he identified with so much that it led to him having a common bond with the person in his right hand, his wife-to-be, Mendy. Mendy and Forrest have 4 beautiful kids, including their newest addition, Benjamin, who they've adopted from Ethiopia, along with their oldest, Caroline, in the middle, Brooke, in Forrest's arms, and then just to Forrest's right side, David. So Forrest did what most people would do when they get so into fitness they want to compete. He got into bodybuilding. And he did natural bodybuilding as a hobby, but also a competition outlet. And as he did it, he started to get asked by people to get trained. So he started training them and then wanted to open up his own business, which caused him to pursue a franchise model called Fitness Together, a one-on-one personal training model. It was there at Fitness Together that Forrest would learn business, as he would win awards not as a trainer, but as a business owner, consuming as much as he could when it came to audio programs, books, and everything else to be the best entrepreneur he could be, learning as much as he could, as fast as he could, and it worked. As Forrest not only had 6 successful locations in Birmingham, but he went on to become a master franchisee as he purchased the rights to develop Florida, North Carolina, and Alabama for Fitness Together, selling back his 6 locations to oversee 55 different franchises in those 3 states. As he oversaw them, he realized that while he was growing in business, he really had lost a lot of his passion for fitness. But then, on September 15th, 2007, Forrest's good friend, Dr. T, one of our current Iron Tribe franchisees and a lifelong friend of Forrest's, decided to ask Forrest to join him for a CrossFit workout. They did the workout, and it would forever change Forrest Walden, because he realized on that day that you could actually compete in fitness without bodybuilding. He loved the workout. He then went on to find out more about this CrossFit thing, as he started to travel around to different CrossFit locations and different CrossFit certifications when he would be supporting his franchisees in those 3 states. And as he did these certifications and explored this underground world called CrossFit, Forrest noticed that there were some big holes when it came to the infrastructure of business. It wasn't the same from location to location. And he realized that while it was an awesome methodology, the business structure and brand was like the wild, wild west. So Forrest decided to put a gym in his garage, invite some friends over, and start working out. It's probably the only time you'll ever see Forrest with a handsaw. He likes to joke, and it's probably true. But Forrest got his hands in there and actually built the gym, coached his friends, and had a great time, not only continuing to transform himself with this new group fitness intense workout, but competing with other guys and seeing them transform themselves. And so Forrest and his friends had so much fun that the group grew to over 20. And his wife said, "Forrest, no more. Can't have the garage. It's just too much. You got to take it elsewhere." And that is literally how the first ever Iron Tribe gym came about. Here's the original group right here that used to work out at Forrest's house. So this happened to be going on in my neighborhood. And I started to hear about it. And Forrest, this poster boy for Fitness Together, which he was a master franchisee of, had a conflict. And so he decided, as he continued to explore this CrossFit world, that he needed to go out and open up his own gym. So he took this building in our neighborhood, Homewood, Alabama, and turned it into what would become the first Iron Tribe Fitness. I was actually one of the first ever clients at this gym. And I can tell you, it was an awesome thing going on in our neighborhood. People were buzzing about this new gym where we could all work out together, compete together, and ultimately get results into transformation in fitness. And so Iron Tribe grew and grew, and the original team poured into us as clients in a way where we all transformed ourselves in different ways. And it wasn't just the fitness program. It was the food program they had come out with called Inner Fire, and the snack line that you could purchase to replace those unhealthy snacks with healthy snacks. And a big celebration occurred 6 months after Iron Tribe opened to celebrate reaching 200 clients in only 6 months. A big, hairy, audacious goal back when Forrest first opened up that gym in Homewood. And so the big celebration led to a lot of transformations being celebrated. That's what this was all about. Forrest wanted to get back to the basics and transform lives. And so it didn't matter who came in the gym, whether it was Monica, who was in her 30s and wanted to return to beauty pageant shape, or Ruby, who just wanted to find fitness to be fun, was only 8 years old, but loved coming to classes. Or Earl, who's in his 70s and can never miss a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I still see him to this day at the Homewood gym if I'm there on a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday at 5 o'clock. Or Antonio, or Alexa, or Mark, or me. I was becoming to be in the worst shape of my life until I met Lewin, my coach at Iron Tribe. And he and the other coaches poured into me and helped me get back to college athletics shape. As a former college baseball player, I had a transformation where I was in the best shape of my life. And so, a little bit about my story. I'm from Syracuse, New York. When I graduated, I came down to Alabama on a baseball scholarship to the University of Montevallo, where I not only played baseball, but I decided when I graduated I wanted to be an entrepreneur, so I stayed in Alabama and moved up to Birmingham. And I got to tell you, my transformation really starts here before Iron Tribe, because I made a big decision to go out of my comfort zone and leave home, leave my parents who I love, and come down to Alabama to try something new, to be able to focus on myself in school and with sports. And when I moved up to Birmingham, I had the chance to really focus on myself, and I had the chance to meet my wife, Jasmine. We now have 3 children, including our newest addition on the right there, James, the 4th, and then Sophia and Savannah. And so in Birmingham, my business venture was based on helping kids like me who were aspiring college athletes connect. And so I took these high school athletes and I helped connect them with college coaches in their sport. And the tool I created was a technology tool that we received funding out of Silicon Valley for, called NextSpecs. And NextSpecs helped connect these two parties in a way that helped high school athletes at all levels find college coaches at all levels to get recruited. So I was passionately pursuing this, and then I met Forrest. And I decided that this was something that I had experienced at Iron Tribe that I wanted to share with so many people. So as you're watching this right now, you really are just like me back at that point. If you have that why, that passion to create fitness communities to change lives, that's that same passion I had. And I was willing to partner with Forrest and exit my business that I had built. And so throughout 2010 and into 2011, I shadowed the Iron Tribe business model, came up with some different things I wanted to add to it, and worked to open up my own Iron Tribe location. And I did just that 1 year after Forrest had opened up the first. Here we are out on Highway 280 in East Birmingham, speccing out a space that would become the first business franchise prototype of Iron Tribe Fitness. So while Forrest opened the first gym, I was able to open the first scalable version of it to prove that we could grow multiple locations. And it was just like the first one. Only we made enhancements to the build out. And ultimately, we were able to do the same great things with the athlete community beyond the 4 walls. Things like Never Thirst and Team Red, White, and Blue that I talked about earlier that helped us connect God's blessing with his purpose by bringing clean water to third world country villages that don't have it and help troops reintegrate when they come back from tour. And so this team right here oversaw the first 2 locations from 2010 into 2011. And then Forrest and I decided, let's partner up and let's take this thing to the nation and eventually to the nations. And that's exactly what we started doing in late 2011 when we did all the diligence to become a true Iron Tribe franchise model for other people to be able to take it to their market and create fitness communities of their own that could change lives. And so as we began to do this, we not only grew more stores, now 5 gyms in Birmingham, but we started to win awards and take this brand anywhere. Here we are in New York City in Times Square receiving an award which was in the form of an ad campaign on the Jumbotron right there in the middle of the Mecca, maybe the biggest intersection in the United States, if not one of the busiest in the world, showing people the Iron Tribe brand. And at this point, I really want to get into challenges that I've seen most people are facing. And as you've seen with the story that I just told, whether it's Forrest's story or my story or how we became business partners and together have built this brand, it really was overcoming these challenges. Number one, people are not all living in their passion. Forrest had lost his passion and he returned to it by leaving a model where he was very successful, oversaw 55 stores, but going into something brand new where he could stay connected to his passion. I had lost my passion too. By joining forces and doing what we're doing with Iron Tribe, we are truly living in our passion. Another challenge is people don't know where to start in creating a business. Iron Tribe franchise is built so that you don't have to think about that. Non-proven brands is a challenge that many people are facing. Our brand is consistent from gym to gym, from market to market. Missing capital or operator. The beautiful part about Iron Tribe is there's operators looking for capital and there's capital partners looking for operators, and they can be connected, but there's also an economies of scale factor and a franchise factor that helps you get funded a lot easier than something that is starting from scratch. Lack of systems. We've created systems and continue to create systems to streamline our operations. Low confidence. Still seeking purpose. We talked about the why. Iron Tribe starts with the why. Lack of resources and tools. This is all stuff that we have built with our blood, sweat, and tears upon the core of the Iron Tribe model. So this franchise model, the turnkey business opportunity, is there for you to create a fitness community to change lives, or create fitness communities that change lives. And you have lead generation that I talked about before, and powered by award-winning marketing. Client acquisition and retention, powered by what we call the Perfect Athlete Life Cycle, an automated client conversion tool that's powered by Infusionsoft and the Perfect Athlete Life Cycle and lives within our software, but also sales systems powered by Southwestern Consulting. The lead generation is not only award-winning marketing we've created, but it's powered by our partners at the Zimmerman Firm, which is a firm that manages some of the biggest franchise brands and lead generation systems that there are in franchising. Business systems, battle-tested processes that we've proven time after time, gym after gym. Proprietary training, you have the lab where you get the in-person CPP, Coach Practicum Program, MPP, Manager Practicum Program, Owner's Academy, and then there's ITF University to give you the virtual training around those things. Predictable residual income powered by the ITF continuity model. Membership revenue, subscription revenue makes up more than 80% of the revenue that you'll make on your top line. Record-breaking ramp-up. The daily growth checklist is how you stay within making sure that you're asking for referrals and generating internal leads along with those external leads and converting them for record-breaking ramp-up. First-class support led by Matt White, our VP of support, and his team. Market research protected territories, making sure that the demographics match the market and that you don't go to a place that doesn't have the demographics you need to ramp up fast and get to that 300 capacity clients. Iron Tribe brand differentiator, Kyle Sutton, who heads up our product team along with Lou and Wynn, making sure that we're continuing to evolve our programming and our coach development to differentiate ourselves, along with Karen Florence, who's our brand experience manager, making sure that you are able to really dive in and have the look and feel from location to location that differentiates us from the competition. Real-time tracking dashboards with our very own bay door software system that we own the IP of and continuously are evolving with new builds, features, updates, bug fixes every single week. Done-for-you equipment and construction package powered by Tom DeLosa and his department, giving you the best deal to get open for the most affordable, efficient price. And designed to sell exit strategies. Talked about this before. Why would you build a business if you can't build it to have equity? So here we are, TribeCon 2013. This is actually a couple TribeCons ago, but look at our team. These are our franchisees, our corporate staff. These are the people who all have the same why. These are the folks who create fitness communities that change lives. Does your why resonate with their why? It must if you've made it this far. So what's different about Iron Tribe? Operations-based culture, 5 locations corporately that we own and operate. Talked about that support team earlier, first-class support. The people on Matt White, our VP of Support's team, are managers who are the best operators in the chain because our stores are the best operations in the chain. That's big. Secondly, full-time staff with career opportunities. This is not a side job. Everybody who works for Iron Tribe is invested in their clients. This is what they do. They're here to grow. Proven proprietary systems, support and training, lead generation and customer acquisition. Continuity income with multiple revenue streams. Showed you the food and snack line items earlier that make up the other 20% of revenues on the top line. Fast track profitability blueprint. Award-winning brand. Multiple awards. Turnkey system. But ultimately, it's the results. That's what makes us different. Check out Iron Tribe Downtown client, Rick STEMBRIDGE. This athlete came in and was told, Rick, your triglycerides count as 2,000. Your blood is so thick, it's essentially molasses. You are a type 2 diabetic. This is what his doctor told him. After Iron Tribe, this athlete was told, I don't know what you are doing, but keep it up. Since the 1st of May, your triglycerides have plummeted from 2,000 to 132. Congratulations, you are no longer a diabetic, and you can stop taking your medication. In just a few short months, I went from taking 7 pills a day to 0, all because Iron Tribe taught me how to eat and exercise. I was literally sitting at death's door, and now I plan to live to 100. I feel 1,000,000 times better now than I did in January. I can't wait to get to Iron Tribe. I want to come every day. Rick STEMBRIDGE is one of so many athletes who's experienced a life extended, a life changed through his transformation. So common myths. A good product is all you need. That won't work here. You can't charge that here. We charge double the price of our competition sometimes. I don't know how to build a team. It's not easy to build a team. How do you find people who are invested in this as a career? I need to be a fitness expert or manage the day-to-day. It will take years to break even. I will need massive capital. I won't have autonomy. Who are we looking to partner with? Passionate individuals driven by transformation, driven by their why, starting with their why, to create fitness communities that change lives. Core value alignment. You saw them earlier. We live the code all the way till we develop ourselves to help others realize their potential. Those 9 core values have to be aligned between you and I. Someone who takes initiative and is willing to follow our systems. Business-minded. Someone seeking adventure. Listen, if these 5 things right here aren't things that you identify with, just stop. Just stop. It's not worth continuing. These are the traits of our franchise partners. So your next step, all you have to do is go to irontribefranchise.com/schedule-call. Before we get more into the next step, let's talk about a really awesome story of one of our franchise partners. Talked about the fact that there are A and B level franchise partners, ones who are performing at the highest level. This is one of them, Mark Shoemaker. So Mark came to me as a client when I opened up our second ever Iron Tribe gym, the business franchise prototype for Iron Tribe Fitness back in 2011. He actually was a guy I signed up during the construction phase of the gym. There was a card table sitting on the floor. He and I sat in folding chairs, and he signed his contract to be a new athlete at this new gym in East Birmingham. Mark not only transformed himself, former smoker who gave that up, but also decided he loved his business but wanted more. He wanted to have a business like Iron Tribe. And so in 2012, Mark became our third ever franchise partner with the Raleigh territory, and his partner to his right in this picture, Jonathan Speitel. And they not only have taken Iron Tribe to North Raleigh, but also Cary, North Carolina, with 2 locations open and hundreds of lives being changed. Here's what he says about Iron Tribe. I've had the opportunity to be around a lot of business people in my life, but the recurring theme I see with really successful people is sincerity. Working with the franchise team, Forrest, Jim, Tom, and Karen, you see that sincerity from the onset. They intend for their franchisees to be successful, and that intent is obvious from the impressive processes and overall model that they have built. For me, it's incredible to learn. I feel truly blessed that I've had the opportunity to partner with a great group of people in a business that I'm so passionate about. Mark clearly has a why that identifies with ours. Mark set out to create fitness communities that change lives. Or how about Warren Beeson? Here's a guy who started working out in Forrest's garage, was his next door neighbor, and never had really been into fitness. Here he is pinning the board in one of several markets that he owns the rights to. He already has one location off to an awesome start in Montgomery, Alabama, called Iron Tribe East Montgomery. But he has several other locations in development in Mobile, Alabama, another one in Montgomery, and he's going to open up an Iron Tribe in Greenville, South Carolina. Here's what Warren says. Iron Tribe Fitness provides an opportunity to authentically help transform people's lives through a profitable business. It is clear that their business model, unlike many other franchisors, revolves around the long-term success of their franchisees, not merely the accumulation of upfront franchise fees. Beyond the development phase, the unique Iron Tribe operational systems create a model that is efficient, profitable, and reproducible. So these are A and B franchisees. Do you feel like you have the same traits as them? Do you want to experience the same results as them? To take your next step by going to irontribefranchise.com/schedule-call. So the 6 steps to your success that Tom is going to take you through are the following. First, you're going to watch the exclusive Iron Tribe brand webinar. You're on it. So step 1's down. After you get done with this, you'll set up that phone appointment by going to irontribefranchise.com/schedule-call. It is there you'll set up your phone interview appointment and then give you an RFC application. RFC stands for Request for Consideration. That's where we'll find out if you qualify to go to step 3. Step 3, if you qualify, is the Business Systems Foundations, videos and testing to help you understand the model to its core. Step 4, you're going to use that information to then submit key performance indicator and financial goals. And you're going to meet Matt White, our VP of support, to understand more about what he and his team will do for you, along with what he's seen work for franchise owners who are operating at the highest level, that A or B level. And he's going to find out if you have what it takes, along with you finding out if he thinks you have what it takes. That should be important to you. Matt knows. He's been in all of our gyms countless times working with our owners and our operators. Step 5, step-up call with Forrest and myself. This is the last step before you get to meet us face-to-face and shake hands to become a franchise partner. This is an important call. We'll challenge you, but ultimately, you'll have the opportunity to challenge us too, and we'll find out if we're a good fit. Step 6, sign documents at Join the Tribe Day. This is where you come to Birmingham. We break bread, we shake hands, and ultimately, we find out if it's time to shake hands enough to sign documents and become franchise partners. This is a big day for a lot of people and has been the consummation for what has become very successful business ventures and ultimately fitness communities for many, many people in our franchise partner groups. So once again, don't forget, as an inside-out disruptive thinker, you're going to learn in those 6 steps more about how why connects to who, connects to what, and connects to how for you to create your fitness community to change lives. Will you be our next success story?
Thank you for spending the time with us on this webinar to get to know more about the Iron Tribe opportunity. Your next step from this point is simple. Go to irontribefranchise.com/schedule-call. Again, that's irontribefranchise.com/schedule-call. We hope that, like us, you resonate with what you heard on the webinar and you're excited about aligning with us to change more and more lives across the country. So take that next step, and I look forward to meeting you very soon.